Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right in today because we're exploring a seriously powerful story. This explainer is totally dedicated to transforming financial worry into tangible, real-world success. We're looking at that exact intersection where personal faith meets relentless, consistent action. A lot of times, we treat these two things like they live in completely separate universes, right? The spiritual over here on one side and the practical grind over on the other. But the source material we're digging into today outlines a journey that proves combining the two is literally the ultimate game changer for your life. So let me ask you, and really think about this for a second. Have you ever felt like your income is just never enough? It's such a universal, deeply stressful problem. You go to work, you put in the hours, you get paid, but somehow at the end of the month, the math just doesn't add up. It creates this very specific kind of low-level anxiety that just kind of colors everything else you do. If you've been there, or hey, if you're stuck in that spot right now, you want to pay really close attention to the shifts we're about to outline today.
All right, Section 1, the breaking point.
Our source introduces us to Michael. He's 29, living in a small apartment, and completely, utterly trapped in the cycle of financial scarcity. Every single day, he's carrying this incredibly heavy burden of stressing about money. The bills, they are relentless. They just keep piling up in the mailbox. But his income is totally stagnant. It never quite covers his basic needs, let alone gives him room to actually get ahead. He's stuck in that ordinary, hyper-stressful world that, unfortunately, way too many of us can relate to. And while it all kind of boils over here, picture him one night sitting totally alone in his apartment, just staring blankly at the grim reality of his bank account. Michael hits his absolute breaking point. He just whispers, "God, I don't know what to do anymore." It's this powerful moment of total surrender. He's out of ideas, out of steam, and just completely overwhelmed by his situation. Moving on to Section 2, Faith Meets Action. But here's the crucial part. The very next morning, instead of just throwing in the towel and giving in to despair, Michael makes a conscious choice to pivot. He decides, okay, I'm going to pray, yes, but I'm also going to act. He remembers this profound piece of wisdom his grandfather used to tell him: God opens doors, but you must walk through them. It's such a brilliant realization. The opportunity might be handed to you, but the physical effort, moving your feet and doing the actual work, that's entirely on you. So Michael had to drop his old passive coping habits. He entirely stopped wasting hours just aimlessly scrolling through social media. Instead of that mindless consumption, he swapped it for active dedication. He fired up his laptop and started using the internet to actually learn new skills. He researched simple freelancing gigs, devoured free tutorials, and locked in a few hours every single day strictly for self-improvement. Basically, he was tying his shoes, getting ready to walk through that door. Which brings us to Section 3, the trial of patience. Let's track how this actually plays out, because it's tough. Day 1, he's super pumped, he starts learning. Week 1 rolls around, and absolutely nothing happens. Week 2 passes, still nothing, just crickets. Now, this right here, this is the exact zone where 99% of people just quit. They don't see that instant gratification, so they pull the plug. But Michael didn't. He kept his faith, put his head down, and just kept grinding. And finally, month 1, the breakthrough happens. He lands his very first online job. Now, full disclosure on this first milestone. The payment? It wasn't huge. He didn't magically become a millionaire overnight. But honestly, the size of the check completely missed the point. It was a proof of concept. It gave him hope. It proved that his brand new formula, faith, combined with daily targeted action, actually worked. He thanked God and he grabbed that momentum and ran with it. All right, Section 4, becoming unquestionably valuable. He didn't just coast on that one small gig either. He unlocked this whole diverse portfolio of opportunities just by applying his creativity to solve real problems. He scaled up his online freelancing, he branched out into content creation, but he didn't just stay behind a screen. He got out there offering local offline services in his own community and even started flipping products. Little, by being a problem solver in all these different arenas, his income really started to snowball. And this perfectly highlights two massive traps that so many of us fall into. On one side, you've got folks who pray for success. They desperately hope for a better life, but they never take a single practical step. And on the flip side, you've got people grinding themselves absolutely to the bone, working insanely hard, but they completely forget to trust God, which usually just leads to total burnout and a lack of real purpose. Michael realized you simply cannot isolate these two things. So here is the definitive takeaway straight from our source today. The secret wasn't luck. It wasn't just sitting around on the couch waiting for a miracle to drop through the ceiling. The secret is the synthesis. Faith in God combined directly with consistent, everyday action. You absolutely need both to actually move the needle in your life. Let's wrap things up with Section 5, the playbook.
Here is the exact 5-step game plan you can start using today. Step 1, learn a skill. Stop the doom scrolling and acquire some knowledge. Step 2, help people. Take that skill and use it to serve others. Step 3, solve problems. Because at the end of the day, that's what people actually pay for, a solution to their headache. Step 4, stay consistent. Remember Michael's timeline? You have to push through those early weeks when nothing is happening. And step 5, trust God through the entire process. If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this core philosophy. Don't chase money. Become valuable, and money will follow you. When your daily preparation finally smashes into the right opportunity, blessings follow. Money is really just a byproduct of the value you're putting out there into the world. Focus on the value, and the finances will sort themselves out.
Well, we've covered the whole shebang today, but changing your reality always starts with a single step. So I want to leave you with a question to chew on. What is one skill you are going to learn to improve your life? Not next month, not tomorrow, but today. The next big success story could absolutely be yours, for sure, but it demands that you take that first step. Drop your answer down in the comments, let's get a conversation going, and let's grow together. Trust the process, do the work, and keep moving forward.